G'day everyone, I'm Brett and welcome to Reliance Australia. Look, I did have a video already made to put out today, but I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Look, it's a lazy Sunday afternoon. The rain's starting to push through a little bit, so it's a bit drizzly outside. So I thought I'd come up into the shed and make another video. I was up here looking for some stuff, which ironically I couldn't find. But anyway, and that video I want to put today is what are the 4 main YouTube channels that I like to watch, and I guess I get inspiration from as well when I'm doing my YouTube videos. So let's get into it. So look, there's probably 4 main channels that I spend most of my time watching. I think like the first 2 are probably tied at number 3. So I don't know what I'm going to call this, but I'm going to call it, the 3 channels I like to watch the most, of the 4, but all my top 3. But it's really 4. And the first channel is a new channel. He's been around sort of similar time to myself, and that is Hac Tv, or Have a Crack TV. So he's an Aussie guy, similar to myself. You see him up in his shed all the time. His channel is actually a very similar size to mine at the moment. So got a couple of 100 subscribers. So I highly recommend that you all go across and jump on and tune into his channel. His is slightly different to mine, where he is predominantly focused on stuff in his shed all the time, whereas I'm doing stuff around the house, in the garden, doing the yard, trees, lopping fruit trees, all that stuff gardening. He is predominantly, all of his stuff so far has been in his shed. And what I really enjoy about that is the way he's gone about putting his shed together. So I know my shed videos are some of the most popular videos that I've got on the channel, but look, he's in his shed all the time. And I love the way that he has lined his shed. He's put it together, it looks fantastic. He's done videos on like doing little mezzanine floors above workspaces and all that sort of stuff, little mezzanines for storage. And I have to say, looks very spectacular, looks really, really good. Similar sort of size shed, actually, looks very similar to mine. Probably doesn't have the glass door at the end, but apart from that, you'd take a double look. So very, very similar, but just very focused around shed stuff. And look, I love looking at the way other guys are doing up their sheds, or other people are doing up their sheds, and getting good ideas from doing, or just seeing what they do and the type of materials particularly that they use and how they pull up and how they last. For me, the type of materials that he's used on the lining on the walls has been really interesting, because I've always debated between, do I line it like my shed? Do I actually do framing and line it properly and insulate it? Or do I just put, MDF board up, or do I put, structural ply so that I can screw things into it? So that's always been really quite fascinating. I really enjoy the way he puts that channel together. Now the other one I watch sort of similar amount to that is Scott Brown Carpentry. So Scott is a New Zealand guy. Yeah, he's been around for a long time. He's got well over 300, he's probably nudging 400 episodes, so he's been out for a long time. And what I really like about Scott's channel is the quality of the video work. He must spend literally hours every week on editing. He has B-roll, he has all sorts of stuff going on. He has music chucked in. And look, I think my video last week was probably one of the first videos I actually worked out how to put some music into after about a year. So look, he puts a lot of work. It's quite a professional video, the way it's been put together. So that's what I really love about Scott's. He's also a qualified carpenter builder, so he's also doing some pretty cool stuff. He also has some really cool mates that he brings into his channel from time to time as well. And it's quite a bit of fun as they go through their discussions of looking at different tools and reviewing tools and the type of work that he does as well. So my second favorite channel, I reckon, would be Mark from Self-Sufficient Me. For those that obviously over here on my channel, Self-Reliance Australia, look, I get a lot of inspiration from Mark over on his channel at Self-Sufficient Me. So it's very, very similar, except the difference is that Mark focuses purely on the food production. And Mark's channel is my go-to channel for anything about building gardens. So behind me here is a Birdie's raised garden bed. Now, the reason I'm using a Birdie's raised garden bed is because that's what Mark uses on his channel, and he recommends them. He uses them. I've seen how they wear. I've seen how like when he's got around his brush cutter and his whippersnipper going around the sides, how it doesn't damage it. Like they've just held up, and he's actually done long-term reviews, like after years of how they've held together. So if I ever want to learn how to grow something, that's the channel I go to. And I think part of being self-reliant is, well, for us, it's that food production. It's water, it's energy, it's heating, it's food production. So Mark focuses particularly on food production, which I really enjoy. And look, he does live up in God's country, so I think pretty much anything would grow up in that southeast Queensland corner. But it's just a great channel. The other thing I like about Mark, he's a veteran as well. So I've served, he's served, so I understand some of his humour that comes through. I guess maybe it's the Defence Force humour that we share, so I understand what's going on in some of his comments. But I really enjoy the way that he puts that together well. Now, he has got a massive channel, well over 1 million subscribers. But look, if you want to learn stuff about your garden and how to produce food, please go across and subscribe to his channel over there as well. Now, the last one I watch purely for the enjoyment of it is Mighty Car Mods. Now, I think they have the whole world subscribing to their channel, those two guys. Moog and Marty. But look, great channel, heaps of fun. And I think it just takes me back to a time when I used to do, play with my cars with my mates. And, I often wonder why I don't keep working on my cars. I still work on cars. Obviously, I've got one sitting behind me, right? Somewhere there over my shoulder. But the part of it is the fun part, right? So when you're working on cars, it's always fun to do it with your mates. So you come across, one day you might be working on their car, the next week you might be working on your car. But it's just hanging out with your mates in a cool way, as opposed to just sitting down, playing video games, or because you get to a certain age where look, I've got better things to do with my time than sit and play video games, that's for sure. And that probably ended about 30, 40 years ago. So just tinkering with cars together, having a chat. And it's really good for mental health as well. So I guess in the veteran community, we talk about PTSD a lot, and that ability to just hang out and do something with your hands, something constructive, keep your mind and your hands busy while you're having a chat to your mates, is really important. And I think that's why I really do enjoy that channel, because you just see two mates building stuff together, having fun and cracking some jokes. So they're my top 4. Look, I will put links. I'll try and work out how to do linky things, or I'll just write it in what the name of the channels are. But look, definitely go across and subscribe if that's the type of stuff you enjoy, and definitely help grow their channels as well. And look, I think part of being on YouTube, you learn things from other channels, and it's good just to share that around. But also, if you haven't seen those channels before, it'd be worthwhile to go across and have a look, because you may learn something and enjoy it as much as what I do as well. So if you enjoyed that, I know it's only a quick video, and it's probably more of just a personal insight into how my mind ticks sometimes when it's ticking. Please, give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as well. Really appreciate that. And until next time, I'll see you then.